But we've definitely progressed with our finances. It's a journey, I'll say that. Credit card bill was very high this month. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Also, we might be getting a new apartment in the new year. I think I am feeling a bit stressed about this payday. Hi guys, welcome back to another payday routine. All the cozy Christmas vibes over here this evening. I was gonna wait to film this video because I got home from work. I relaxed for an hour, you know, and now it's dark out. And I was like, okay, well, I have no natural light. How am I gonna film? I'm gonna put it off. And then I was like, no, Jill, you have this cutie cozy ambiance of a living room that you have created for the Christmas time. Put it to use. Here we are filming in front of my fake fireplace. It is the TV and it does look weird from here, but I am sitting on the floor. But we are cozy over here and that is what matters. Welcome back to another payday routine. I'm so excited for this video. It is the December payday routine. And right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you, this is not a pretty one. And the next one will not be pretty either. And life did not go to plan. And you know what? One thing about my paydays is I am always realistic and truthful and honest when it comes to our finances and sharing them with you and our goals. So we're gonna talk all about it. I am here with a Diet Coke. It is a cozy December evening here. We are ending the year somewhat strong. We're not strong, but we're not strong either. But we've definitely progressed with our finances, which I'll take it. Okay, a couple things to note. If you're new, hi, my name is Jill. I'm 24, I live in South Florida, and I work full-time in hospitality. I did just get a new job. However, I have not transitioned financially there yet, so my paycheck was very much the same as it has been. That's probably not gonna come until the next paycheck or the one after that. Stick around for that. Most likely in the new year, I think it's gonna be starting. I always structure my payday videos the same. I always start with just giving a brief intro about me and our finances and our financial goals, what we're working towards. I give you a rundown of what our paydays look like, how much money we make, then we get into the actual budgeting, and then after that, I typically leave room for some kind of conversation. I also wanted to add a savings goal update, just like I did with the credit card debt payoff when we were going down and down and down. The goal is to have the savings go up and up and up. So that is what I plan to do as well. I don't have much of a savings update, full transparency in this video. If you have been watching the paydays for a while, you'll understand what I'm about to say. If not, then well, welcome to the journey. It's a journey, I'll say that. It's not always the best. It's not always the worst. It's just life in our 20s while we're trying to work towards financial goals. Originally, we were supposed to be starting off a monthly budget setup with our budget system. We were gonna have all the money for our bills the first paycheck, and then the second one, all our money was gonna go towards savings. However, credit card bill was very high this month because we did quite a lot in the last month, a lot of shopping, Christmas shopping, socializing. Before you know it, the credit card was very expensive. I could not even tell you exactly what was spent on, but we spent a lot. And when I say a lot, it's for the first time in months, it's high up there. So I'm just gonna preface by saying that because it is not pretty and it did set us back a little bit, but 'tis is life and that's how things go sometimes. But I'm not normalizing it and saying anyone should do this. However, I am being transparent and saying we did do this. I would not recommend it. However, here's what we did, here's what we're doing to get out of it, and what we're looking towards, moving towards in the future. It is getting warm in here. I think I'm a little panicked. And it's not this fake fireplace. That was so corny, but it's not the fake fireplace. It's me. I am warm. I think I am feeling a bit stressed about this payday. Guys, being vulnerable is hard sometimes, and that is what I'm about to do. So I do love it. I love that you guys are on this financial journey. It does not always mean, though, it is not difficult sometimes to share when things don't go to plan. You know, I was so excited to start monthly budgeting, and then things just went to the wayside. And guess what? It's gonna happen again as well next pay period. The next paycheck is because of a different reason, which we'll get into when the time comes. So we're just gonna start with this one. So this was for the beginning of December. So the first couple weeks of December, we get paid bi-weekly. My husband and I have combined income. We both work full-time in hospitality and we both get an hourly pay. Mine will be switching to salary. It does end up working out better for me in the long run, which is rare, I know, but I'm grateful. But currently with this paycheck, we both get an hourly pay, and I also make money from YouTube AdSense. It's not much, it's just over 100 every month. I would like to grow that, increase that over time. That's where we're at. That's how our paydays are set up. We both get paid, we combine our money, and then we pay the bills. We pay the bills and then we try to save. So our current financial goals, one is to buy a house in South Africa as an investment property. If you're wondering why South Africa, Tyron is South African. We like to have property. The goal one day is to live 50-50 in both places. We will cross that bridge when we get there. I don't have too much to update on any of that right now because everything's just kind of been at a standstill for a while. And then the other goal is to build our emergency fund. We're kind of going to be doing both at the same time. We're going to be contributing like a percentage of the savings to an emergency fund while working full time and trying to save for a house at the same time. I know it's like a lot of people have been telling me do the emergency fund first and the house. Really trying to get this house purchased though. We just want it done. So, however, I do appreciate all the feedback and advice in the comments. Not only does it help me, but it also helps other people who do read the comments as well. So I did want to share that. I hope you guys aren't getting dizzy by this fireplace. It's kind of making me like a little dizzy while watching. Should I come closer to the camera? Would that be better? I'm in a cozy sweatshirt, guys. I am home from work and I am exhausted. However, I do want to film this so it can go up for you. I am not letting my upload schedule fail this month of December, okay? We are uploading 3 times a week. The budget I do use is the Co-Plenty Official 2.0. I found this from Smiley Citrus. I did use her discount code to get it. I will have all the information down below, but I just wanted to throw that out there. That's how I found this template and I do love it. It's so easy to use. My subscribers did share how to actually use it because I was a little confused for a little bit there, I'm not gonna lie, and it helped so much. So thank you to those who did comment that, and if you are interested in it, I will have it linked down below. It is so easy to navigate once you do learn how, and I will actually mention it, advice or tips I have on it while we go through it together. So shall we get right into the budgeting? I think we should. Okay, so this is what the budget spreadsheet looks like. At the top, you have the month, you have how much we have left to spend, and then over to that right side there, you have how much we like brought in total. So this is a bi-weekly budget because we were not able to monthly budget because of how much we had to pay on our credit card, full transparency. So we're gonna hope to do that in January. In total for our income, we made $3,881. If you are wondering how that's split up, I made $1,538 and Tyron made $2,343. My paychecks are still very low. They will increase once I do get my pay raise, which is coming very soon because of my new job that I'm starting. So I'm very excited to share that when the time comes. So on the left side, you kind of have a rundown of all the expenses, bills, how much everything costs. See that little red, that negative? I hate that. It just is all of our expenses and bills that we have that just haven't been paid yet because we haven't gotten paid bi-weekly. This is why we want to budget monthly. So it's just all done in one go. We will get there. So that's what that is, in case you were curious and you're like, why is it red? Why is she in the negative? It's just because we haven't yet paid that. So it's still like showing as negative because we didn't make enough to cover all of it with the money that we had input into the tracker. So scrolling down here, you will see how the budget spreadsheet looks. We have the income and what we made. Obviously, we're gonna add to this for our next pay period. So you're gonna see the same spreadsheet setup in the next pay period. I'm just gonna share with you the other bills we paid basically. So there you do have the section for bills, and then under that you have subscriptions and memberships, and then over to the right you have expenses. I don't really have much in that category, just groceries and gas. So rent did come out. That is on our Bilt card. If you don't know what Bilt is, it is a credit card that our apartment complex uses. I know other people use it as well. I think you can get points from it. Basically, it just helps us avoid any online fees when paying for our rent. That card is also linked to my Amazon for my book, so that number does fluctuate. Our rent is right around $2,200 so with all the little bits and bobs. We have like an internet package in there, we have trash, parking, all of that. So that's all combined with our rent, as well as the very few books that I've been reading recently. $2,276.85. Next, you have our phone. For a long time, I felt very embarrassed that we didn't change our phone plan over to Mint. I've been talking about it for months. Oh, we gotta change your phone plan. We gotta change your phone plan. And for some reason, we never did. And I figured out why. Okay, well, Tyron figured it out. And then he was like, oh, by the way, it's so crazy the amount of bills you can have and expenses and memberships and subscriptions, and you don't even know what they are until you like really look into them. It's crazy. So this is your sign to go through all your expenses and stuff and just like check what you have to pay, check what you're paying, why you're paying it. You have a very known phone carrier that is quite expensive. However, we did learn that our Apple Watches were like getting paid monthly on that, and they're almost paid off. So once they're paid off, we are absolutely switching over in the new year. But that is also why it is so high, and that makes more sense now that I think about it, because I kept being like, why is this going up? Why is this so high? What's going on? Even though I've had this for like years, apparently, there's just like, we're very slowly paying these off. I don't know. I do want to mention those check boxes on the sides are what we have paid. If they're unchecked, I have not paid them yet. So it's just kind of like the amount is filled out, but our American Express, this is where it is not so pretty. It is not so pretty, and I'm gonna be full transparent on it. Everything goes on through our American Express, so any miscellaneous expenses, any socializing, I had Christmas gifts that I bought, I was thrifting, I did a lot of spending, honestly, full transparency. I was Marshall's, I was TJ Maxx, I was the thrift store, I was Trader Joe's 100 times over just to get a bunch of random things. I was at Target, I was shopping a lot, like full transparency. So some of that money carried over from November, so it's like we were a bit all over the place with our finances. I think I said that. My mom came down, I got sick, Tyron got sick, we were ordering food. Some of that money carried over into December, and then we were Christmas shopping, and it just keeps, the cycle keeps going. You know, it's crazy because I hadn't spent like this in so long that I almost like, this is gonna sound so silly, but like you almost don't even realize how much it adds up unless you're actually paying attention to it. And I wasn't. I was just like, swipe, 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 which is so bad. It sounds like I have money when I say that. I don't have money. Like, it's not like we have money to just be spending. So irresponsible. Okay, it's $856.38. And then next thing you know, more transactions are processing through. This is embarrassing, okay? $324.45. Embarrassing. That's over $1,000 worth of credit cards for the last like month. Bring that out there. I know it's not great. I am going to be honest and share, like, part of me was like, didn't want to film this video because I was like embarrassed, and then I was like, no, my journey is to be shared. And even if it's not pretty, or I might not always make the best decisions, but I'm going to learn from them, and I'm going to just keep pushing. And it was just we just spent money, and we didn't plan to spend that money, and we spent it, and we put it on the credit card. So this is why I try to plan and budget as well for expenses. It wasn't emergencies. There was no emergency fund to tap into because it was nothing, none of it was emergencies. It was consumerism. Moving on to subscriptions. These are all my usuals, my basic subscriptions: Epidemic Sound, Netflix, and then on there it says my Spotify and music. Epidemic Sound was $19.59. Netflix was $19.25. And then my Apple Cloud and Spotify music was $22.83. There is some more expenses to come out still, but that's gonna be in the next bi-weekly paycheck. But now you can kind of see how it all looks. If we do move over to the expenses, 4 lines on there that are filled out. The first 2 are accurate, the bottom 2 are not. The bottom 2 I'll be changing in the next pay period, but the top 2 are groceries and gas. $100 for groceries, $45 for gas. Apparently we had like an extra $50 for something somewhere, and I don't know why, so I'm not even gonna touch it, because if something has to come out that I didn't know of or didn't plan for or didn't for some reason put in the budget, at least we'll have some money covered. We're not using it, we're not really spending it. But so how this spreadsheet works is, on the budget, you'll have the budget and then the actual, okay? You'll have the budget and you'll have the actual. The budget is the number I input that I'm going to be paying that month. The actual is what I fill in the transactions category. Scroll down, they're all like linked, where whatever you labeled that bill as, you'll put it in as a transaction, and then it will automatically, it'll say like actual, and then it'll say if you have any money left over, if you're in the negatives, if you are at 0 and like you spent the exact amount you budgeted for. Really helpful, truly. Anytime a bill comes out, I then put it in the transaction category. I had to share that just so you kind of like knew what that was, how it worked. It's very self-explanatory. I had no idea at first, and then once my subscriber did tell me, I was like, okay, this is making sense now. Like, I am understanding it. So that is the payday for the first few weeks of December. Nothing too exciting. It was a bill heavy, it was credit card heavy, but 'tis is life, and we are going to keep moving. And some pay periods are gonna have some setbacks, but the most important part is bouncing back. So that's what we do plan to do after for the month of December. I do not have a savings update in this video because we did not save anything. So no savings update today. Guys, there might be some financial like unexpected changes coming, not just with the new job, but also we might be getting a new apartment in the new year. I have not spoken about this yet, but we did just get our like renewal lease offer, and of course rent went up because so we're looking into different apartments. I don't think an apartment hunting video has gone up yet, but I do plan to film one, so I hope you will watch that. I'm going to share the prices of the apartments. I'm going to share what we're looking for. I will definitely take you along that journey, and it's just so unfortunate because I just got a new job where I'm getting paid more, and now if we have to pay more on this apartment or if we get a more expensive apartment, it almost like evens out. And so it's like, what was the point of the new job if it's just going to even out? But I think that is all I have to say here. I guess I'll end with a little like motivation pep talk, if you will. This is going up right before Christmas. We are not doing Christmas together this year. We are kind of just like, we have goals to hit. We don't really need to give each other gifts right now. We haven't really been doing much the last like couple years because we've really been trying to get on this financial journey. So we're not really doing Christmas this year. I did thrift and get some like cheaper, not cheaper as in like bad quality, but like cheaper as in less expensive things for some, a couple friends and my mom. But Tyron and I aren't really doing Christmas this year. However, this is different for everybody. And I feel like it is that time of year where so many things are happening. You're seeing all these people spend money. You are probably spending money. You're probably stressed about spending money. Some may have budgeted for it. Some might not have and are now going into, you know, the new year with some debt. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Regardless of what choices have been made, it's gonna be okay. And I feel like I wanna talk about that because I often have a lot of like money guilt. Anytime I spend more money or I would like get myself into more debt, I would feel awful. I've done it all, okay? I had no debt and savings for so long, and then I got myself into a shit ton of credit card debt, paid some off, got back into it, and then finally now we've paid it off and we're starting to save slowly. I just wanna say, regardless of whatever financial situation you're in, it's probably feeling stressful, or maybe not. Maybe you might be like happy with where you're at financially, and that's amazing. I'm genuinely so happy for you, and that's awesome. And keep going, like keep pushing. And to those who might be feeling stressed or who might be just feeling down, even if you're not stressed, just feeling down with the holidays and not being able to spend a lot of money and seeing all these people spend money, get off social media, you know, take a breather, step back. Everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna talk all about our financial goals in the new year, and hopefully this coming year we can all sit down, go over our goals. Whatever has happened in December, we will move past together and we will get through it. We will get through it. Because one thing in life that I always tell myself is everything is temporary. Nothing is permanent. We will not stay in tough situations forever. We will not allow ourselves financially to stay in tough situations forever. We will keep pushing, we will keep moving, we will keep growing, and we are gonna continue to try to better ourselves financially. So I just wanna say that. I know this time of year is hard, so I just wanted to throw that out there because this video is going up right before Christmas, and I know everybody has such different circumstances, you know? So as always, I can't wait to chat with you guys in the comments. If you have any hot tips, advice, anything you just wanna anything you just feel like commenting, whether it's about this video, anything I said, if you wanna talk about holiday stress or maybe what you're doing to avoid holiday stress, that could be great as well. Like I said, some people might have a really good system down financially, so if you are watching this video and you have some hot tips to share, please do. Regardless though, I hope you all had a great year. We're gonna be okay. And we're gonna get where we need to go because we're trying and we're actively pushing ourselves to going and keep growing. So with that, I look forward to chatting with you guys in the comments. I'm gonna get back on the couch. I'm sitting on the ground right now. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day whenever you're watching this, and I will see you all in the next payday. Bye.